the albums included many elements that the band would later become known for, including dual guitar harmonies and melodic tremolo picking, but also various folk elements with acoustic guitars and even violins. Following these releases, the band would find more stability in its lineup, with former Ceremonial Oath and Dark Tranquillity vocalist Anders Frieden taking up vocals full-time, and Bjorn Gelote was recruited to play drums, creating the band's first full lineup. And Anders and Bjorn are the only two members that have appeared on all of In Flames' subsequent albums, with the exception that Bjorn would jump from drums to lead guitars in 1997. With Anders and Bjorn in the band, their success skyrocketed, as In Flames signed with legendary German heavy metal and hardcore punk label Nuclear Blast Records in 1995.
Merry Christmas!
The label that would release all of their subsequent albums until 2011's Sounds of a Playground Fading. The band's following 4 albums, Gesture Race, Horacle, Colony, and Clayman, for the most part, featured a significant deal of continuity in the band's sound, with especially the first 3 of those albums ensuring In Flames' status as pioneers of melodic death metal. And with amazing cover artwork by Andreas Marschall on all 3 albums, we see a continuation of the science fiction, mythological, and post-apocalyptic imagery associated with the band's earlier music. In fact, the band were well aware of the continuity of these albums at the time. Upon the release of Colony in 1999,
I went earlier.
That
I just ran though, I didn't even live.
Which was Horacle, was almost 2 years ago. I don't actually see that big of a change. We are following the path we have made, not too big of a step. Now with a steady lineup finally in place, the turn of the millennium would see perhaps the band's greatest departure take place. A departure which coincided with greater popularity and success. The follow-up to Clayman, Reroute to Remain, was released in 2002 and marked a huge shift in the band's production and playing style, including conspicuous elements of alternative metal and electronic music, but also in Anders' singing style, as he would largely move on from the death growls that characterized much of his 1990s In Flames recordings in favor of more piercing screams and even clean melodic vocals. Reroute to Remain was recorded while the band were still riding on the success of Clayman, having toured in the US as co-headliners with Shadows Fall in 2000 and the UK with Slipknot in 2001. But it was also the first album not to be recorded in Gothenburg at Studio Feldman, with the band's longtime producer.
I listen to my same bands all the time. Same stuff.
Flames instead teamed up with producer Daniel Bergstrand, who had previously worked with bands like Meshuggah and Strapping Young Lad. But Reroute to Remain, at the time, would be one of his most successful projects. The album definitely attracted some mainstream attention, hitting number 10 on the US Billboard Heatseekers chart. The attention the band received from Clayman and Reroute to Remain even led to In Flames receiving lucrative endorsements, including possibly the most early 2000s thing ever, a sponsorship by workwear and apparel company Dickies. But when asked about the stylistic shift,
I'll check out more.
Drummer Daniel Svensson said that people say there are drastic changes from Clayman to Reroute to Remain, but I don't really see it. Nevertheless, it's up to them to judge. We now have 13 songs for the new album. There will be a couple of really fast songs and also some really groovy and heavy and aggressive stuff. It's still In Flames. It's still melodic, but we try to experiment, as we always do, just to make it interesting for ourselves. But despite Daniel Svensson not seeing the drastic changes, it is pretty evident that the band were moving in a new direction. So where did the changes come from? And why did In Flames break from the traditions that were such an important part of their previous albums? According to the band, they didn't really change their style, and simply wanted to continue playing the music that they wanted to play, without trying to entertain or satisfy their fans.
That's literally what they did.
In terms of switching record producers for the first time since the Gesture
They entertained
Bjorn Gelote would
Korn
say that
fans.
We wanted to do something different. We worked with Frederick with every recording we ever did, and we felt that he might not be able to do stuff that needed to be done with this album, because this is a very diverse album. And as far as financial success is concerned, there's no way to tell
commercial
how much
success,
money or the prospect of a high payout played in the band's new stylistic directions. And at least for Jesper Stromblad, evidence suggests that money was only a small factor in his desire to continue pushing the limits of In Flames music, saying after the success of Colony in 1999 that what was most important to him was that he made enough money not to have to work a regular job. He would say that, "I like to have it this way. Some weeks it's up, and some weeks it's down. Sometimes you don't have any money.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're really loaded, like after a tour. But
they wanted money.
I don't have to worry about working.
They seen the success of nu metal and they shifted.
Anders, for his part, when asked what his long-term goals for In Flames were, responded that they were to tour as much as possible. My biggest wish is that every person in the world should own an In Flames CD, but I believe that is never going to happen.
No, it ain't never
Whatever
gonna
the
happen.
reasons for the band's shift between the Jester race and Reroute to Remain,
Every person in the world,
continued,
come on.
and their experimentation with new styles has become a common trait of the band all the way up to their most recent album, 2023's Foregone. With the same lineup in place as Reroute to Remain, the band would go on to release Soundtrack to Your Escape in 2004, which sold almost 11,000 copies upon release in the USA, reaching the Billboard 200 at number 145. The album further explored the band's alternative metal direction, while even touching on some more nu metal influences,
Nu metal, exactly.
demonstrating how far the band could really move from
I mean, look at it. He got the dreads. He's trying to be
Korn,
Korn.
still being heavy and melodic.
Trying to be Jonathan
Fully
Davis.
committed to exploring their limits with their now longest-lasting lineup, In Flames' following two albums, Come Clarity, released in 2006,
That's the pioneer
and A Sense of
album
Purpose, released in 2008, saw the band take what they had
the
been
Korn
doing since
phase,
Reroute to Remain
Come Clarity.
and piece together a new sound that combined their alternative metal additions with their melodic death metal roots in a way that would both attract new fans and satisfy some of those who craved more of their earlier sound. As the signature melodic guitar
Nah, you're not
riffs
getting
of
the
Jesper
earlier
and Bjorn
sound.
made a prominent comeback in both albums. And this combination of new and old paid off tremendously, with Come Clarity hitting number 1 on the Swedish charts and number 58 on the Billboard 200, and going on to sell 50,000 copies in the US during its first month. A Sense of Purpose was even more well received, also topping the Swedish charts and reaching number 1 on the Billboard Independent Albums chart. Jesper would later say that he thought A Sense of Purpose is their most underrated album, and that he didn't understand the criticism from some of their more hardcore fans. Because, he said, I think that it had all the elements that In Flames is about, but it got so much shit from the fans. They hate it.
Because the hardcore fans grew up.
Either way, in my opinion, there's an especially clear resemblance between the lyrical themes and overall vibe of A Sense of Purpose and Colony, released almost 10 years earlier, with the somberness of reality and existential crises being major themes, which brings up another important point. In both albums, lyrics were much more personal, lighthearted, and, might I dare say, emotional. When asked about the lyrical and
Come
vocal
Clarity was an
direction of Come
emotional
Clarity,
album.
Anders said that the birth of his daughter had a huge impact on his songwriting, and he would reveal that her birth has kind of changed my perspective on life. It's not like I'm writing directly about her or anything. It just made me think about life and where we are, and if maybe somewhere there's something taking care of us from a higher perspective. I'm not talking about God or a God, just that there are elements that are in motion, energies moving around, and I ask myself, what will happen to my daughter in life with all this going on? By the release of A Sense of Purpose, Anders Frieden, Bjorn Jalot, Peter Evers, and Daniel Svensson all had families and children, something which would come to heavily impact the band and its lineup in later years. But despite their new responsibilities at home, the band continued to tour vigorously and played in front of ever-growing crowds, though the birth of Peter Evers' child forced him to cancel his participation in a
She's
UK
on
tour
VR.
in 2009. And just as it seemed that In Flames
She goes
was going to
crazy
be able
with,
to
like,
cement
other
the
kids in
synergy
VR
between their
playing
newer
certain
paths and their
games.
core identity, the next major change in the
And
band
it's Christmas
occurred, and
Eve,
is
so
likely
I'm
the
not
most
like
important
gonna get
change
on
in
her
the entire
about
history of the band.
screaming.
In 2009, during the same tour that Peter Evers
Thank you, though.
temporarily left to attend to his home life, the band announced that Jesper
These
would
headphones
also be
do block
unavailable,
out
and
everything,
they canceled
but
the tour, apparently so that he could get
the
treatment
Meta
for
Quest
alcohol abuse
3, you
problems.
know,
Less than a year later,
is lost in
in
that world.
2010, Jesper Stromland, the sole founding member of the band, departed In Flames.
Yeah.
Without the band's
We could pull her
last
up on the
founding
Ring
member
camera
and
too and
co-writer
see.
of the guitar lines, In Flames would embark on a new journey that moved even farther away from their previous releases. Sounds of a Playground Fading, released a year after Jesper Stromland departed from the band, experimented even more with different styles. But it was the following two albums, Silent Charms and
She's on
Battles,
that VR, I told you.
that really saw the band move as far away from its foundations as possible, in some cases sounding almost unrecognizable. And with the introduction of things like children's voices and little kids providing gang vocals in some of the songs, one wonders if the band members' growing experiences in fatherhood had anything to do with the new material. Anders himself would say that, some people I know have passed away, and then you have kids being born. I've got 2 kids myself, and of course, it has affected the songwriting. Suddenly, you're not alone anymore. It was also at this time that Anders started working with an elite LA-based vocal coach, Mark Rank. According to Anders, he really wanted to perfect his voice, and he had come a long way since warming up by taking shots of whiskey before shows. While Siren Charm and Battles were successful in chart performance and record sales, these albums were also met with mixed reviews and at times even slammed by critics, and among them, none other than Jesper Stromland, who claimed in a since-deleted Facebook post that the band were a sinking ship, and he would later have to deny in an interview that he ever said that the album Battles, quote, sucked ass. But the band's ever more accessible direction seemed to support Jesper's criticism that the soul of the band had disappeared when he left, and that he had quit In Flames because he wanted to continue playing melodic death metal, while the other members wanted to become more radio-friendly.
Radio friendly.
Now, there might be some truth to this, but we should also be cautious, considering that Jesper's new band he formed after
Foregone had some okay
while it features
elements,
signature
but
Stromland guitar riffs, is in many
nothing
ways
beats
just
the
as,
old
if not
vocals.
more,
That's the thing. Like,
than In Flames.
I'm not gonna lie, I
As good
like
as
Come
it is,
Clarity.
It still sounds much more accessible to me than any
I
material
was
In
what,
Flames has ever
14 when that came
put out.
out.
But whatever the
15.
reasons for In Flames' new directions, they released I the Mask in 2019, with somewhat of a return to their previous focus on heaviness in a lot
So
of the
yeah, I
songs.
liked it.
Although
But
some of the influence of
and then
Siren
even
Charms
Sounds
and
of
Battles,
a
including the
Playground
use of
Fading
children's
still had
voices, can
Jesper
be
in
found
it, or
sprinkled
Jesper, however
throughout.
you want to pronounce his name. I'm always gonna say Jesper. What am I hearing?
In conclusion,
That sounded so
change has been
bad.
a constant part of In Flames from the beginning, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime
I didn't
soon.
mind Sounds of a Playground
Back in the
Fading.
late 90s,
But
the
after
release of
that,
Colony,
nah. I
Anders
don't even
was
care about
asked the
Foregone
band's
really, even though
role
there's
in
some
pioneering
okay
melodic
elements
death
to
metal.
it.
To which he responded, "It's nice to be recognized. It's an advantage, but it's also a disadvantage because people get sick of the whole concept. And if you're recognized as a one-dimensional band, then it's
That's
not
almost
good."
over.
Amidst all of their changes and drive to stay relevant, the band have tried to get back to their roots as they returned from COVID-19 with 2023's Foregone. Released once again on Nuclear Blast, In Flames recruited Jagdpanzer and Megadeth guitarist Chris Broderick, and the product was heavily hyped as a return to form. The album received general critical acclaim, and when asked about the album, Anders said that, "We were missing that guitar attack. The driving force of
Missing
In
everything.
Flames is the mix between melody and aggression, and we've been lacking that for a little bit." Back
Yo,
in
what's up, Phil?
1999,
Merry Christmas,
when
bro.
asked if he would like to get more involved in the production of
Appreciate
In
it,
Flames'
man.
music,
Appreciate everything,
Anders
man.
said that, "I'd like to, but I don't have that much time. I have to think
Enjoy
about the
your
future as
Christmas
well. I mean,
and-
I don't think I'll be screaming my ass off when I'm 50, but you never know." Well, Anders Frieden is now in his 50s, and he's still screaming, and In Flames has been recording music for more than 30 years, ever accompanied by new changes and pushing the limits and boundaries of what they've been known for. So, in your opinion, what are some of the most important reasons for In Flames' change in sound throughout the years? And what are the inspirations in general for heavy bands to change their styles, especially when it comes to going softer or more accessible? Is it all about making money, or is it something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you next time on Heavy Academia.
Soul work especially. Especially soul work. This is a newer freaking YouTube channel. He's trying to be like the metal of the punk rock MBA. Even though Finn was not even a sellout, he was a grifter. That was hilarious.
From the turn of the millennium,
Finn McKenty was a grifter. That's crazy. He got into a niche that he didn't even like. That's hilarious. And became successful because of it. But yeah, In Flames, a lot of bands changed. I mean, how do you go from freaking yeah, he quit. But it's more than quit. He went on an interview saying, "Yeah, I hated all my fans. I hate music. I never liked music. I did it for the money. This, that, and the third." There's some big controversy. Like, that was crazy. That's like, "Yeah, guys, I hate photography. I was never into it. It was all for the money. I hate all my clients. I hate cameras." Like, you know. Anyway, that's like going from this. Okay, not that. I still got to get ad blocker on this thing. I'm lazy. It's like going from that to this. It's like going from It's like going from that to that. It's like going from this. It's like going from this to this. And they were the same band. So the first two, same band. Second two, same band. Come on now. Come on now. Let's think of another example. Oh, yeah. It's like going from this. Exactly, Linkin Park. It's like going from that to this. Same band. The one band that kind of really hasn't changed. Dark Tranquility. Although their old stuff is crazy. So I guess, yeah, they did kind of change, but I mean, not really. Well, no, they changed. But like, all this early 90s, like, mellow death and stuff kind of sounded similar. All those bands changed. They all sound like this. Even old In Flames. They all sounded like that. They all had that old production. Similar, you know. Hold up, what is this? This ain't even their first album. This was their first. No, was it? I could have sworn. I thought Tales came out. Okay, I guess this came out first. That's crazy. I thought Tales of the Thousand Lakes, or Tales from the Thousand Lakes, came out before the Karelian Ishmas. Yeah. But alright, let's go. Let's do it. There's another band. Well, oh yeah. Gosh, but this is melodic death, but it has some doom some Doom elements to it. My gosh. Doom. Here's your Doom element right there. Like funeral kinda. What's up, Moad? You mother Africa. Let's go. This is sick. Is this the remaster? It sounds old, so I doubt it, but this is sick. I don't even need the remaster. I like this. Oh no, it's not the remaster. It sounds good to me. I like this. No, I like this old production right here. I'm just on my phone real quick, but I'm jamming to it. Yeah, this is super good. Yeah, the original from 2000. Because the groove matches the vocals so well. Yeah, the drummer's doing his thing. I like the whisper in the background of the whisper. Bro, I'm not a fan of Suicidal Angels, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I could put it on, but I'm gonna turn it off. You like the craziest stuff, Moed. I'm just being honest. These riffs are fierce. Oh, no way we got the piano. I love it. This is amazing. I like this tribal-esque drum pattern too. Oh, you can hear him like putting the sticks. What the frick? Oh my gosh. This is what? No way. These guys should have never stopped making like a bunch of albums. Shouldn't have to wait 20 years, 22 years or whatever for a remaster. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but no, give us more. This is awesome. It's all I needed was just this piano. Oh, the remaster had a piano opening? Interesting. Do you like piano a lot, or you just don't mind it as like a break from the other elements to like this, you know, the style of music? Like, would you like, I mean, you wouldn't know, but would you like the song the same without the piano? You know what I mean? You wouldn't know if it wasn't there in the first place. But there's this band called Silver Ocean Storm. We'll check out Crazy, and then Moaddy, I'll check it out, but if I don't like it, I'm turning it off. But check out this intro. I did a react. It's not even really a reaction. It's more of a review. But check out this intro. This is crazy. There's a YouTuber named Frank Tedesco. He does piano covers live, and also just like Omegle style, you know, he'll play it by ear. And I'm trying to run into him kinda, and I want him to like, basically he can hear a song, anything, it doesn't have to be piano, it could be anything, and he'll compose it in piano on the spot just by hearing it. He doesn't have perfect pitch, but he has relative pitch, and it's amazing. But I want him to do this. This is a long song. All right, Moad. We'll check out your original request. Why does this look familiar? Come on, skip it. Thank you. Oh, you should have told me that first. You said this, I'm putting this on. Alright, you got the Jackson V. Another Jackson. Oh, I like this intro. Okay. It's not heavy enough. It's missing something here. Like bass. It's thrashy. I hear it, but it's missing something. That's what's so crazy, because those guitars are insane. I'm not even gonna lie, those guitars are insane, but there's just something that's not umphed in the mix, or there's like, it needs something. Like a dual guitar, like similar sounding riff. It needs something in the middle. It's so weird, but let me wait for the vocals. It's like flat. Thrash. That was thrash. You know what it is? I think it's slow. The cadence needs to be pushed like 25%. Like, but without it sounding fake. You know what I mean? Like. You know I'm not, you know I'm telling the truth. This sounds so much better. You know this sounds better. Even the vocals. Like I'll put it back to normal, but it sounds so much better faster. Even if the music was faster but the vocals didn't match and it was a bit slower, just something. Nah, there's just something about it. Yeah, thrash. But it's just something about it just wasn't hitting. Like when I put it fast, I was enjoying it more, but that feels wrong to do. I'm just gonna skim through this, just cause whatever, you know.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower.
Come on. I don't want any right now, Devin. Caramel puffs. Oh, shoot. Okay, I know what's going on here. It's like that popcorn. Light and airy inside. Like it's... I forget what it's called. Yeah, I used to get it. Like the caramel popcorn. But not kettle. No, it wasn't kettle corn. It was just caramel popcorn you can get like at the store. Here, take this bag. It tastes like it too. So it's just a puff version of that. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Hey. It what? I don't taste any burn. I don't know. Thanks, it's good. What? No thanks. Alright, you weren't kidding. The first 2 seconds of this frickin' song. Faster. I should have just put this on. Alright. Hold on, let's see. Alright, this is solid. See, I was right, because you hear how fast the music is, but the vocals aren't as fast. Like, you're better already. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. It's good. It's good. Thrash isn't my main genre, so I really don't even like. I can't even really headbang to it. I'll just listen and appreciate and enjoy what I hear. But it's more or less I'm trying to analyze what's going on. It doesn't speak to me like other genres, but it's cool. This is cool. I'll just let it play through. And what I mean by what? I don't know. This is probably too big. That's it. Let me see. No, it's not. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like if this middle part wasn't. I don't want to strip it. It seems like it's coming out though. I bet I can do it with this. No. You would need like the end of. Actually, these scissors will do it. I'm gonna play this song, then I'll talk about it. That's not working either. Let's put the batteries in. It took forever to open. Yeah, I'm not feeling the vocals. And they did a fade out? Come on now. I don't care if they have the fire or flame sound effects. Yeah, Slayer. Metallica, whatever. Not a fan, but the music's cool. Something I wouldn't listen to on the treadmill. Something I would never listen to again. But I can appreciate like the talent. Hearing like a little static. I can never pinpoint what the static is. I got it to stop. Yeah, it's just not cool to me. Like, I knew from the rip, I was like, I don't like Suicidal Angels. But this was better than the other song, and it's probably better than a lot of their work. Solo of the first. Well, okay, we'll put the solo on. Like, I'm always down for solos.
This is World of Warcraft, but there's no class.
The solo's boring. All right, here's your solo coming up. Wait. I like the outro tone right there. I mean, wasn't the greatest solo. It was cool. It was alright. Here's like one of my favorite soloists. Not that song though. Yeah, he toured with Meshuggah. You've heard of Dream Theater's best time solo? Probably. Heard a lot of Dream Theater songs. Alright, we'll do it. We'll do 36 Crazy Fists. Check out this guitar. It's a true temperament guitar. So, like, the frets are, like, oddly placed. Yeah, it's true temperament. It's a Strandberg. They're like $4,000 guitars, minimum. Jackson mini guitar. That's cool. Here's
Customize and save
that,
with Liberty Mutual.
that was a slow work. Here's his fast work real quick.
I have a secret.
Let's play this freaking. They should have made the music for Sonic games, I swear. It sounds like freaking Sonic Adventure or something. I love this riff right here. He's insane. Let's do it. Cool intro. Yeah. Very raw vocals. I like how he has that emotional vibrato with these cleans. But to be honest, he kind of sounds like Gerard Way. Just not as emo. And the dude from Coheed, Claudio or whatever. I think I said that before though. Cool breakdown right here. It's a kill switch style breakdown. Yeah, I like that. Alright, Mr. Effects. Reverb at the end there. That was cool. Yeah, I liked it. Very like groovy, down to earth. Had some little harsher elements to it, but also some light melody. Very cool guitar playing. Drums are pretty cool. Very sick. Yeah, their freaking stuff's gone. Oh well. So good for an old band. Velvet Line Panic Room. I assume it's gonna be sporadic randomness. Yeah, I could tell based on this cover. That's like a kill switch intro to... It actually sounds like... Frickin'... Hold on. Just a second. Yeah, I like that intro too, but anyway. Sounds like that. A little bit. What in the Marilyn Manson is this? This is missing, like, lead guitar, in my opinion. Like, it's a lot of rhythm and bass and some drums, which is cool. It's like, has like some atmosphere elements, but like, the vocals are like drowning. Oh. Is there girl vocals in the mix? This is cool. Deftones vocals, like with the effects. This is interesting. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty like streamlined, straightforward. There's not really any transitions. It was like the whole entire riff is the song the entire way through. It's interesting. Not really my favorite. I'm sure these guys probably have better songs I would like, but it's pretty it's all right. Just not like it's not engaging me. It's, you know, just like similar. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting, dude. It was all right. See if we can find something new. Yeah, it's going to be everyone's top albums of 2024. Oh, I like Misery Signals, yo. I like those guys. Yeah. What, like, that clean vocalist came out of nowhere though. And the songs I heard from those guys, it's like, hey, like they're mid performing. Hey, we need a clean vocalist. And then like a Backstreet Boy comes out and was like, hey, I'll do it. You can sing, yeah, I could sing. Do you like metal? Yeah, I like metal. All right, you're in. Wait, aren't you just playing for NSYNC or something? Like that, like it's so random. That's just, I know it sounds silly and cliche, but it's like the cleans for the songs I've heard at least don't match the grunty growls and the music. Like it's so funny. It's like so out of place, but I like it. I definitely like Misery Signals. I don't know if I've heard this song. I hope I got the right band too. I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hi, I'm Janelle. A little thing.
Nobody cares who you are. Nobody cares who I am either. But let's listen to this thing. Yeah, this is them. I'm trying to find the song. Yeah. Oops, that's scar tissue. I just had it. There it is. A Certain Death. I haven't heard this song, by the way. Away! Yeah. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Can't close my eyes. This is my favorite kind of groove. If you find any more groove like that, that's up my alley. There's a Vela Maya song that has that same groove pattern. This drummer just doesn't stop, does he? I love this. Metalcore riffage. Yeah, this vocalist reminds me of Cypcore. I'll put on Cypcore after. You're gonna be like, holy crap, it does. By the way, that clean vocalist isn't on this album, I guess. This is giving me some old Atreyu vibes, too. I love that. That was so cool. Cypcore. Telling you, the vocalist is so similar. Similar vocals. I love this song. Anyway. I'll put on, hold on. He sounds identical to the different Misery singles. And you can't deny it. What this is Cypcore, Something Inside. But keep in mind, this is an old album. I got into this band with this album. This came out in 2008, but they still make music. So Something Inside, Cype, C-Y-P-E, Core. But here is their newer stuff. From like last year. Yeah, they have like space industrial elements more in the newer stuff. I enjoy the newer stuff, but this older stuff though, This older stuff's amazing. It has that groove. And there's other good songs from this particular album as well. You hear that groove? Every song.
Customize my car insurance.
Every song. Wrong album. Oh. This album that I've been playing the cool stuff on is called Innocent. You had me listen to Myers before. Didn't I hear Last Breath? And this song right here is what got me into Psypcore. Different album, their original album. No, actually, it's the one that came out after. This is The Balance, this song from Take the Consequence. It was some Myers song. I think I heard like 2 songs from them.
Every human being has a dream. And that dream, he is completely freed. This special feeling to be alive, free and about, to be that kind of person who's alive. The wrong time, the wrong place, just one wrong decision is enough to destroy the balance. The wrong time, the wrong place, just one wrong decision is enough to destroy the balance. Every human being needs a tragedy. In his tragedy, he has to fall to rise.
And there's also Cypher System. I love this band.
Eat up. We don't want the pork getting cold.
I love this frickin' band. Yeah. So I think, okay, so the band's called Cypher System. Album Central Tunnel 8. What I'm thinking is somebody lived their whole life. Because, like, what's weird is that's not a tie, but it looks like a tie around his neck. It might actually be a tie. I don't know. Because it has, like, the little fatter part here. And it comes out like a tie, and it's, like, around his neck. So I was thinking, like, he was just chasing his whole life, trying to get money. Like, the corporate banksters who, like, are rich, but they're really, like, depressed, out of shape, overweight, just living for paychecks, living for money. And they're losing their self. Like, his head's, like, gone, like, his brain. Everything about him's gone. So, like, he lives for the system. Like, the system is designed to keep you enslaved in some way, shape, or form. Or many ways, many shapes, and many forms. And it's hitting a lot of people. I mean, this song's called Life Surrounds. I don't know if you like it, but I like this album. They have 2 albums. So it's this one, and then Communicate the Storms is a song off of this album, which is Communicate the Storms. So this is like the title track for it, which came out. This came out in 2009, whereas the first album came out in 2004. So this came out 2004. But actually, no, I do want to listen to the other song, A Lesson Learned. It's so good. But as you can see, instead of him being fat, now he's like a skinny dude with his brain all, and there's like beetles all over him and stuff. Like, so it's just like, you know, as far as humanity goes, we're screwed. Is like the lesson I'm getting from this particular group, from this band. See, a lesson learned, end my path to failure starts, forget to forgive, objection. I cracked up reading your comment. Like, what is that cover? The guitar work's amazing. It's a slower song.
This is Roberto.
Hey there.
I know they got faster songs. This is kind of slow too. A little faster here. To the stairway. Have you heard Rivers of Nile? I love this freaking. You know, it's funny. So then there's Light the Torch. Check out these intros. They're pretty much identical. Look. This is just a little bit faster. It's like the same thing. It's funny. I know you know this. If you don't know this, sheesh. Was like the singer from frickin' was like one of the ZZ Top members with the beard. It's just so random. These guys are from my state, which is crazy. We'll check out Fear and Nonfiction right after. And then we'll check out Myrith after. On my way. This is as groovy as you can possibly get. Thank God I don't do drugs anymore. It's making me flashback, bro, just watching this video. This is so freaking good. That bass is so amazing. That keyboard too. The marimba though. Drummers is just insane. Ooh, so crazy. And their older stuff wasn't even this trippy psychedelic. A lot of bands are starting to do this psychedelic kind of thing. Job for a Cowboy did it with their last freaking release. All right, let's do it. If you're still here, I don't know who's here, who's not. I think I heard Vane before.
At Harbor Freight, we do business.
Yep. Due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. Streams are interrupted when copyright content is detected. After copyrighted material is no longer being streamed, all streams are automatically re-enabled. I guess I'm back though. So did you not hear any of the song? Let me pull up my thingy. Let's see what it did.